Om Namaste. Welcome back to Tantra Tutorial. I'm your host, Tantrapsychic. My real name is Gagandeep Kosa. I'm working as an online psychic, astrologist, healer, spellcaster from past many years. If you want to know more about me, please visit my website, tantrapsychic.com. And you can order any kind of readings from my Facebook shop or my website store. Both the links are on the top of my website landing page, mentioned as Facebook shop or store. If you want to support my blog Tantra Tutorial, this channel, and you do not want to have any readings, you can still do so by using the donate options given on the upper right corner, somewhere or the right beside the first post on Tantra Tutorial blog page on my website. So you go to tantrapsychic.com/tantra tutorial html. You will be there at my page, and the first post right beside it, you will find the various donation options that you can choose from. The links of all these things and the pages that I'm talking about is already in the description box, so check it out. And if you do not want to even support me or have a reading, then you can also at any point of time, if you want to use Amazon to purchase any of the product of your liking, you can go to the Amazon recommendation page on tantrapsychic.com, and from there use the search box, search for the item, then in the search results click on any of the link. It will take you to Amazon of your area, or you will have the option to then change it to your country. And then from that window, if you choose anything, you buy anything, you will be able to support me indirectly and you won't pay anything extra. Okay, that's all about me. Let's jump into today's topic. So today I'm going to share some of my rosaries that I have, because one time a girl on the channel requested me to do that. And I promised her that I'll make a video about it. So I'm going to show my rosaries one by one. Okay. So as you know what different rosaries I use. One of them is damaged and I have to yet repair it. Okay, many of the people have wanted and asked me about one mantra of many different yakshanis, and then I told them that I purchased that rosary from a sansthan in India, and they sell things, and I do not believe in that. So that's the only thing that I have purchased from a sansthan. All the other rosaries that I have simply went on to a local shop, a puja shop, and I have purchased from there. Okay, so first of all, this is a Rudraksh bead rosary, a Panchamukhi Rudraksh bead rosaries. The mukh is how many slits or lines the bead have. That decides the mukh. Okay, and I will also tell you various misconception about the rosaries. Okay, one is a very big misconception, and it's damaging the spiritual level of sadhakas instead of helping them, because they are they start to think wrong things, and they start to believe in wrong things, and they start to follow wrong paths, and then do not achieve what they wanted to achieve in the first place. Anyways, so this is the Rudraksh bead rosaries, and I use it for almost all the mantras I do, except for the mantras of Vishnu Bhagwan and his avatars. For that, I use the Tulsi bead rosary. It's a 108 beads rosary, 108 bead rosary, and I put it in its special pouch here because I use it regularly. Every day I use it. Okay, so for Lord Vishnu, I use this Tulsi mala. It's made of the wood of Tulsi, and it can be used for any of the avatars of Lord Vishnu, and any of the mantras of Lord Vishnu itself. But the problem with the Tulsi bead rosary is that you have to keep it safe from moisture, you have to keep it safe from direct sunlight. It's very delicate, because it's very delicate wood. Okay, if you feel that the wood is cracking, and I feel it needs treatment now, if you feel the wood is cracking, submerge it into a bowl full of mustard oil. Let it let it soak the oil, and before you soak it into the oil, you can clean it with water so that all the dirt and debris is gone, and then you soak it in a clean mustard oil, and after that you take it out, let it dry out on a paper towel, and then you can put it back until you want to use it next time. So this is a 108 beads Tulsi bead mala, Tulsi bead rosary. Okay. Now, this one is a Kali Hakik mala. This is very powerful. And I have, when I say it's powerful, you know, this is Kali Hakik mala. This is Kali Hakik rosary. This is very, very beneficial for the chants of goddess Kali, Lord Bhairava. That's my personal experience. And how do you know that the rosary is very powerful? When you chant, again, I'm going to share another secret. When you chant like this, you never use your finger. But when you chant like this, when you during the chant, you start to feel that a burst of energy is entering your body from your fingers every time you move in a bead of the rosary. It means that your rosary is working for you, and it is energized, and it has gone through the pran pratishtha, and the mantra has been starting to produce the energy, and the universe is connected through the rosary. And every time you pull in a bead, that you are absorbing that energy of the mantra from the universe. I can feel it. I know most of you can't feel it. I can feel it, so I'm telling you. Okay, it happens. Okay, anyways, so moving on to the next rosary, I have another rosary of red coral. And the recent sadhana that I have shared of Devi Vartali, in that you can use this rosary. Okay, it's also called Munga Mala. It's made up of red coral. You can use this rosary for Hanuman sadhanas if you want to. You can use this rosary for Ganesh sadhanas if you want to. It could be used in some of the Lakshmi sadhanas. Any of the goddess worship except goddess Kali, you know, specifically the ones you know, related to Durga, can be worshipped with Munga Mala. Mostly, not all, mostly. So that's another rosary that I have got. Another rosary is Swatik Mala that I use for Saraswati Sadhana, and some of Lakshmi mantras can also be done on it. Gandharva sadhanas can also be done with Swatik rosary. You know, Kamadev sadhanas, Apsara sadhanas can also be done with the Swatik rosary. Okay, but mine is damaged and needs to be repaired. This is a regular radium rosary that you get in some gurudwaras. It's not. It's made up of plastic. It's not natural material. So yeah, that's something that I already also have. Okay. Yeah, I've left my Swatik rosary. Yeah, there it is. So many rosaries. Okay. So, okay. So this rosary is a Swatik rosary. It's broken, if you can see. I have to yet repair it. I have all the beads. So this rosary is very good for Kamadev sadhana, Saraswati sadhanas, Gandharva sadhanas, Apsara sadhanas. You can use that. Okay, it's beautiful, right? Transparent white, like teardrops. Okay, so that's Swatik Mala. Okay, so I'll show you now the Ashtajakshani Mala, the rosary that I purchased. And which was supposedly a Pran Pratishthit one, which never worked for me. Sorry. So this is the Ashtajakshani rosary that was purchased online. Not online. It was not sold online that time. So I purchased it from the Rajasthan, that Sansthan, you know whom I'm talking about. It's a Pran Pratisthit rosary, and I had that yantra, and it didn't work out for me. Okay. And then another very powerful rosary that I have is the Kamal Gatta rosary. It's made of the seeds of lotus flower, right? Let me show you that. This is also something very similar to Tulsi bead rosary, and it could need some, you know, love and care, right? Because, okay, God, it's so big, it's huge. It gets entangled in itself. So when I have to chant with this rosary, I have to use both of my hands during the chantings. I can't use Gomukhi or anything because it's so big. See, it's so big. They are actually 108 beads, but they are elongated, and their beads are so big that the rosary itself becomes very big. It's awesome. It's awesome tool in any Lakshmi sadhana. It needs to be dipped in. It needs to be dipped in the mustard oil, because again it's wood. Sometimes it's because of dryness it start to crackle. Okay, and or some powdery thing starts to gather on the top of the beads. When you see that's happening, just clean it with water and then immerse it for a few hours into the mustard oil. After that, wipe it off the excess oil with the paper towel, and then you can preserve it again. Okay, so these are the few rosaries that I have. Now again, a big mistake that people do, I'll keep these two aside because I have to treat them. Okay, so the big mistake that people do about the rosary is they start to wear the rosaries in their neck. It's the biggest mistake that you can ever do. Why? Because the rosary is an item of worship. It's not an item to be worn by you. Okay, it's not an ornament. If you use it as an ornament, it will not work for you. Not only that, you may annoy the god that you're worshipping with that the same rosary that you wear in your neck, and then whenever you want to chant, you take out the rosary and start chanting. It's not advisable. Okay. Third thing is, the first sign of a person whose Jupiter starts to go negative is the person start to wear the rosary, such rosaries into his neck. It is also possible that the person cut off his hairs and go bald completely, or he naturally loses some hair from that area over here on the on this area from where the Brahmins usually keep a choti, right? So these are the some signs that the Jupiter is going negative. One more thing is, if a person's Jupiter is negative, the moment he starts to have white hairs in the sideburns or across the ear, he start to lose money. Okay, these are the signs. But in any case, if you already have a negative or bad Jupiter and you start to wear this some Japa rosary or a rosary of worship into your neck, you are going to make it even more bad for you, unlucky for you. Such people, they believe in a wrong concept of spirituality. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so such people start to distort the meaning of spirituality and religion. They start to believe in something which is not there, not right, and then they strongly start to follow that what I believe is right and what you are saying is wrong. So such a person will create a new religion for him or his own self and start to believe it is true, right? And sadly it's not. Okay, so they end up following a wrong path. So I'm now this may lead to certain people who are actually wearing the rosary, they would not believe me. Why? Because their Jupiter is so negative that even if somebody tells them what is the right thing to do, they won't believe in him. They will start calling him the cheat or a fraud, and they will start laughing at the person who is more wiser than they are, who is trying to help them, who is trying to guide them, that it is not right thing to do. I'll give you a recent example from my channel. I got a reading from a woman, and she have a daughter, and she was wearing big Rudraksh rosaries in her neck, and I told her, I saw the picture. I said that this girl has some serious psychological issues, and she believes in the concept of spirituality, which is not true, and she would not listen to anyone. She gets irritated and agitated very easily, and she always makes wrong decisions, wrong choices, and even after she fails, she would not ever believe, or she would not ever accept that her decisions, her belief was wrong, and she would not change. Okay, so in such cases there are some remedies which can actually help them to start believing the right things, but you actually have to start somewhere. So that's one of the actual life incidents I'm telling you. Then you will say there are many yogis and rishis who actually are being portrayed wearing the rosaries in their neck. Those are very high level of tantrics, yogis, Siddha Purushas and sannyasis who have actually left everything behind for spirituality. They have conquered their vikaras. When you have conquered your vikaras, no planet can affect you. And you can also wear the rosaries. But mostly these rishis, they do not use the same rosary that they wear for the worship of God. Okay, so even if they wear such rosaries in their neck, they do not use it for the worship. They just wear it. Okay, now you would also contradict with me that Rudraksh bead is said to be luckier for some people to wear, right? And I also offer Rudraksh bead reports. Then how you can contradict what you're already advocating, right? You can wear 2, 3, 4 beads, 5 beads that are luckier for you, but you need not have to wear a whole rosaries of 11 beads, 21 beads, 51 beads, or 108 beads. You don't need that. You only need to wear one bead each of the lucky Rudraksh bead that you can wear according to your birth chart. And if you don't know what is the luckier bead of Rudraksh for you, then go check out the Super Saver Astrology Pack in my website store. It will not only give you the whole life future predictions, it will also give you the remedies based on the Red Book Astrology, all the Rinas, Kal Sarpa Dosha, Manglik Dosha, and all of their remedies, gemology, lucky gemstone report, lucky Rudraksh bead report. You can check that out. But see what I have done. I'm only using 2 beads of Rudraksh. One is 5 mukhi and the other one is 11 mukhi. I'm sorry about this deposition of soap. I clear it every few days. Okay, but that's all. So I'm wearing lucky gemstones in the pendant, and I'm only using 2 Rudraksh beads. One is 5 mukhi, one is 11 mukhi. So that's how you can wear Rudraksh bead and still will not get the negative effects of wearing a rosary in your neck. Okay, I hope this video helps all of you. God bless you. Keep returning, keep liking, and keep sharing these videos. Keep promoting the channel. The more you promote this channel, the more easier it will become for me to share more and more such awesome videos. God bless you all. Namaste.